we will get going then. So come back. Oh guys, do you like my socks tonight? Can you see them? I might take them off in a minute. They're not very sport. But I'm going to go with it. Okay, so we're going to start with a nice warm up, and then we're going to move into our normal Wednesday format class, so building lots of strength for the lower body. We're going to focus on our core for the last circuit in the class as well tonight. So we're alternating core and upper body for this block. But we are, of course, still keeping that focus in our posterior chain, building strength in the hamstring and the glutes. So come to the top of your mat. We're going to do some nice roll downs. So just tuck the chin and slowly roll down to the spine folds until you're folded in half. Take a nice bend at the knees and then just sort of sway from side to side at the bottom. If you're very sort of sore or just generally tight, really bend at the knees. Try and lay your tummy onto your thighs. And we'll just decompress here for a second, swaying side to side. And then you can roll back up nice and slowly. I'm going to do 2 of those, but we're just going to go a little bit quicker, okay? So tuck the chin, round the shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back, folds. Belly comes to the thighs, nice bend at the knees, and then unravel back up to standing. Head is the last thing to lift. Let's go once more. So go in your own time now. Just take that little moment when you're in your fold and then press the floor away and lift back up. Okay, give the shoulders a little roll out. Have to take any sort of movement you need, and we're going to go into our walkout. So now we're going to stick the bum back, chest forward, figure 7. Hands come to the floor. Again, bend the knees as much as you need. Walk out. So we're now in that high plank. Hold here. Let's get the core engaged. Then lift the hips high, and the hands walk back to the feet, and we stand up. Okay, so we're going to do 5 of these. So we're going to get nice and warm because it is a bit chilly these days. Walking back out. Don't pause for quite as long. Hips lift, hands to feet, stand up. 3 to go. Hands to floor, walk it out. Pause, hips high, walk those hands back in. Okay, 2 more. Hips back, hands to floor, walk it out. Hold, take it back. Standing up, last one. Walk it out. Now, instead of coming back up, we're going to take the left foot to the outside of the left hand. So we're in a long, low lunge. If you need to, drop that right knee. So just have a little wiggle here, stretching into the hips, and then come back to your plank and take right foot to right hand. So other side. Again, just have a little wiggle, back to plank, and then we're going to go just a little bit quicker. So left foot to left hand, back to plank, right foot to right hand, and so on. Once more on each side. Swap those legs. And then I want you to just drop the knees to the floor and come up off your wrists. Okay, so we're going to move on to our bums now. I'm just going to do a little bit for the hips, okay, but rotation at the hips instead now. So taking our sort of bear pose, so feet wide, legs at 90-degree angle. Let's go hands behind. Just let the knees drop to the left. Through centre to the right. And take them through a couple of flows like this. Really trying to imagine the head of the femur in the socket of the pelvis. That's that rotation that I'm talking about. Try and keep the chest lifted and sitting up on your sit bones. So just controlling the movement, but just flowing left to right. Okay, so now come to your left. So both knees drop towards the left. Just make sure they're still in that 90-90 shape, so you might have to do a shuffle. We're just going to do some forward leans, so chest to knee, up and down. You can be quite dynamic with these. Drive the left leg down into the mat to help lift the chest up. Couple more. And then we're going to do the same on the right side. So next time the chest lifts up, flow through to the right. Again, just have a little wiggle to set that 90-90 shape up, and then you can dip chest to knee on the other side. Good, keep that going. We're going straight in with a glute superset, circuit A. So we need to make sure hips and glutes are nice and mobile. Bring the knees back to the middle, and we're just going to do a quick adductor stretch before we get going. So come onto hands and knees. Right, we're going to cat-cow, but stick one leg out to the side, toes pointing forwards, other foot tucks the toes, and then we just drop the hips back to the heel. So we've done lots of these before, so just some adductor rocks forward and back. Just making sure we take care of all the muscles in the lower leg. Adductors are often forgotten and overlooked. There's a couple more, and then we're going to just swap legs. So bring that leg back to center, stick the other one out to the side, and off you go on the other side. Hips rock back and forwards. Should be feeling a nice stretch on the inside of that leg that's extended out to the side. Should be feeling nice and warm. One more, and then we'll bring it to a stop. Okay then, so for today we do have our usual 3 supersets. So circuit A, or superset A, is, like I said, a glute focus to get everything fired up. And then we're going to move into circuit B, which has got a hamstring bridge and that rear foot elevated split squat that we worked on, I'm not sure, a block or 2 ago now. So quite a tough lower body workout tonight. We're going to start in our clam. So you'll be lying on your side, not like that, up on your elbow, sorry. So we did this one a couple of weeks ago. Feet, bum, shoulders in line, knee and hand in line. And you've got a couple of options. You can lift, knees open, like this. So hips lift, knees open. You can lift and feet separate as well. Or you can extend that top leg and you can go straight leg. Okay, so that's probably your most advanced option that I'm going to give you. So you might not want to go straight in with that, but maybe you could work towards that over the 3 sets. And then exercise 2 is a quadruped hip extension. So we're back on that, all fours, and we're just going to tuck the tailbone under, keep that pelvis posteriorly tilted, and then the foot just comes and lifts up towards the floor. So just taking that hip into extension without this arch in the lower back, okay? So the lower back stays fairly neutral, and you're just moving the leg. So there are 2 exercises. We're going to go 40 seconds on, and obviously do right and left sides. I'm just going to grab my timer. So everybody come down to the mat, ready for the clam. So I would suggest that, if you've got a jumper on, you get rid of it now. And then also that you just start with a bent leg clam bridge, okay? So hopefully everyone is ready and with me. Feet, bum, shoulders in line, knees, hands in line, okay? Ready in 3, 2, and 1. Good, so I'm just going to start knees only. Let's get the body warm. And then we can progress through the 3 sets. If you do want to, you can go straight in, knees and feet. It's your call, it's your body, your workout. You know how you're feeling today, but do not feel like you can't just start at level 1. Nice, 10 more seconds. Keep those hips lifting and that knee opening. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, other side, guys. Get yourself set up. This one does take a bit of time to get set up. And we're going to go in about 5 seconds. I'm just checking my alignment. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So do the same variation on this side. Good. So remember, the glutes perform hip extension and hip abduction. So you need to push your hips forward as well as lifting that knee to really target both. Good, halfway. Nice steady tempo for the first set. Good, focus on lifting those hips up, lifting that knee. 3, 2, and 1. Everyone come to a stop and come onto your hands and knees. We're going to start those hip extensions. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. If we can all go left leg first, tuck the pelvis under, and let's start that movement. So your foot is not necessarily going to get very high. Absolutely fine. I want you to feel your left glute muscle doing this work. So think about squeezing that muscle, contracting the muscle to help lift the leg, extend the hip. So keep it nice and steady. 10 more seconds. Just check your lower back. Keep the abs tight. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's go on to the other side. In 3, 2, and 1. So right leg now. Again, make sure pelvis is posteriorly tilted, abs are engaged. And we're thinking about the right glute really contracting to take that hip into extension. So to lift the knee. Nice, just over halfway. Good chance to check in with the core. How does your lower back feel? Remember to think about the glutes. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, fab. Good work, everybody. If you want a quick sip of water, grab one. And then we're going to come back down to the mat for our plan. So, back down, get set up. If you want to take a straight leg, you can now. So that top leg just straightens out, movement's the same. I'm not going to take that option. Ready to go in 3, 2, and 1. So if you do want something in the middle, keep the legs bent, lift the knee and foot of that top leg, so lift it away. Remember, hips push forward, knee pulls away. If you are going straight leg, then it's just that leg lifts up, then down as the hip lifts, just like I'm demoing, just for a few reps. Nice, good, keep going, guys. Keep those shoulders stacked, hips stacked, hips lift high. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Everyone come onto the other side. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. So hips lift, knees separate, feet as well if you want it. Nice smooth tempo. Don't spend too long on the floor. That's the easy bit. Nice, that's halfway. Keep it going, lifting those hips, taking that foot and knee out. 10 more seconds. Last 5, keep it going. Couple more, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, onto our hands and knees then. So set yourself up. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Tuck the tailbone under. 3, 2, 1. Left leg then, hip extensions. If you want a little bit more on this one, firstly, do make sure you're thinking about the muscle that's working, so the glute. You can add a pause at the top, or you can just do little quarter reps for the whole time. You see, I'm not quite returning my knee back to its start point. So you can pick either one of those options if you want it, but do focus on the glute muscle, extending the hip. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good. Right side then. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Check that the core's engaged. Arms are straight, pushing away from the mat. Remember, you've got the option of the quarter reps or the pauses at the top. Really think about using that glute muscle to extend the hip and try and keep the lower back out of it. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, okay, it is warming up, isn't it? Nice work. Grab another sip of water if you want it. And we'll go into our third and final round of these exercises. So now's your chance to take a slight progression if you want it, or you can just really focus in on refining the level that you're at. Okay, setting yourself up then. I'm going to go for the straight leg ones. Ready in 3, 2, and 1. Good, so if you're with me, which you don't have to be, then you lower and then lift that leg up. Tough version. Good, keep that going. We are halfway. Try and keep the range. Good, 10 more seconds. Keep it quality, keep the tempo smooth. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Whew, wow, I'm gonna regret that tomorrow. Okay guys, other side, last time through for this exercise. Get yourself set up. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this then, last 40 seconds. Good job, keep that going. Nice smooth reps. Don't spend too long on the floor. That is just halfway, guys. I am as gutted as you. Keep it going. Keep lifting that hip up and taking that leg or knee away. Almost there. Last couple of reps, keep it smooth. 5, 3, 2, 1. Everyone stop there. Ooh, that was savage. All right, onto hands and knees. Hip extensions to go. 3, 2, and 1. Left leg then. Tailbone tucked under. Take that foot up to the ceiling. Remember, you can add your pauses or you can pulse. But do keep the lower back fairly neutral and just work that muscle in the glutes, so your bum muscle, to create the movement. Good, we've got 10 more seconds here. Keep it smooth. It's really good, guys. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, okay. Other side, right leg then. Going in 3, 2, and 1. Good, try and keep that lower back nice and neutral. Even weight distribution from in your hands. That's halfway. Keep it going. You might be doing pulses. You might be adding a pause at the top of the movement. Stick with it. We're in the last 10 seconds. Nice work. 3, 2, and 1. Everyone stop. Okay. Awesome, guys. So we should all be feeling nice and warm now and ready to move on to our next circuit. I'm just going to have a sip of water and catch my breath, and then I will tell you what we're going to do. Okay, so we are using the chair for both exercises, so that's handy. And we're going to start with a single leg hamstring bridge. So we've done double leg bridge, which is when your feet are up, knees at right angles, and you're peeling the spine up and down. Remember that one? Well, this is exactly the same, but just one foot is on the chair. Okay, so still want to try and get that sort of segmenting of the spine as we lift up and lower down. But it's obviously quite a lot more challenging just with the one leg. So that is exercise 1. And then we're going to come and do our rear foot elevated split squat. So chair is what elevates your rear foot. I'm going to come facing away from the chair, put one foot onto the chair. It does take a little bit of wiggling to find your position. You can have your toes tucked or flat, personal preference, and then you just drop down and stand up, okay? You're just dropping down. My knee's gone forward a little bit, but it's not massively forwards. This front foot that's on the floor stays flat. If you're on your toes or your heel is down and your toes aren't, you need to adjust your foot position because that front foot must be flat, okay? And there are 2 exercises. So I'll just show you this one once more. The back foot elevated, front leg, you just drop down. Think hips go back and down, okay? That front foot is completely flat. That's really key. So single leg hamstring bridge, RFE split squat, 3 times 3, 40 seconds each leg. Let's get going. So come down to your backs, feet up on the chair. And we are going to go with our single leg hamstring bridge, right leg first. Knees at about a right angle. 3, 2, and 1. Let's do this. So hands on the floor. I want you to just peel the bottom, lower back, middle back, upper back off the mat, and then lower in reverse. This is tough, so you will probably feel this quite quickly in the back of that leg that's on the chair. That's totally fine. Means it's working, okay? If you're cramping or anything like that, then I'd suggest doing some double leg or potentially just bringing your feet down to the floor and doing the same thing. 3, 2, 1. Quick change of the legs. Ready to go in 3, 2, and 1. Other side, same sort of movement with the spine. Peel it up. Lower it down with control. Good. The free leg just sort of floats, okay? Try and keep it fairly still. Just let it go with the movement of the other leg. Good, that's just over halfway. Keep it smooth. Again, if you're finding you're cramping, take it to a double leg or take it to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Lower down, finish the rep. And then we are up to our feet. Use the chair to help you up if you need to. Okay, so let's go. Right foot on the floor, left foot on the chair to begin with. So set yourself up. You can take this first set just to play, okay? So 3, 2, 1. I'm going to fall over. So sitting that bottom back towards the chair. This is a tough exercise. Try with the toes tucked, try with the toes flat. See what feels good for you. I do want everyone to check that that front foot is staying flat though, through the whole movement, okay? If not, you probably need to take it forward a bit. 10 more seconds. We've got 2 more sets to make this harder, if you want. This is you just familiarising with the movement. 3, 2, 1. Okay, give that right leg a little shake out. Let's swap legs. Ready to go. Right leg up on the chair. In 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down, stand it up. Good. Think about the hips going down and back. If it's hurting your back foot that's on the chair, like it's hurting mine, then try next round we'll whack a pillow down, a mat, just anything a bit softer. This is where having a padding chair comes in handy. Good, 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice job guys. That is round 1 complete. Grab a quick sip of water and we're going to do it all again. If that RFE split squat is just not for you, maybe you've not done it before or never really got to grips with it, then I want you to just do a floor squat for the next round, okay? So exactly the same movement, but we're just not elevating that back leg, just so you've got options if you need it. All right, everyone else, or everyone in fact, come back down, feet up on the chair. Let's go for round 2. 3, 2, 1. So right leg, hips lift and lower. If you're feeling like you want a bit more, then I want you to go up for 2, pause, down for 2. So we're just slowing it down, increasing the time that the hamstring is under tension, which means it's having to do more work to create the movement and to support the movement. So that's your option for more. And remember, your option for less is to take it to double leg or take it to a floor bridge. 3, 2, 1. Quick change over of feet. 3, 2, and 1. Left leg then, let's go. Hips high and lower. So we're going 2 up, pause, 2 down if you want a bit more. If you're happy with how it was, then you just smooth 1 up, 1 down. And whilst you're here, if your foot was sore on your chair or table, then start to think about what you can put on the chair to soften it. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Finish the last rep you're on, don't rush. And then let's come up to the chair. I am going to add a mat. There we go. Hopefully that helps. Okay, so everybody, right foot on the floor, left foot on the chair. Remember, if you're just not having this movement, just do a split squat on the floor. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Set 2. Oh, that feels better. Good. Lowering down with control, standing up strong. So if you're feeling good, we're going to add a pause at the bottom, okay? Nice solid front foot contact, like a tripod of support, big toe, little toe, heel. Keep that knee in line with the foot. Don't want it diving in or out. So now hopefully you're getting to grips with it. We can begin to finesse it. Last rep, 3, 2, and 1. Standing up and swapping feet. Try and put your other foot down exactly where your foot just was. Gives you the best chance of setting up for the other side. Ready to go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go, round 2. Lower, pause if you want it, stand up strong. Good. Just have a little look at your knee. Should be sort of just in line with your ankle, not diving in or out. So you can moderate your range, so how low you drop if you are struggling with your knee. Good, keep that going. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Finish the rep you're on, and then come out, shake the legs off. Okay, guys, one more round of that. Quick sip of water, if you want it. I'm going to come back down for our bridge. The legs will be getting a little bit tired now. So we need to really think about our technique and moving with intention. Okay, right foot down, then left leg up. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So we can be doing smooth 1 up, 1 down tempo. We can be going 2 up, pause, 2 down. And if you want more, take the hands up above your head, above your face, and do your 2 up, pause, 2 down, like this. Just requiring a little bit more stability through that posterior chain. Good job. 10 more seconds, guys. Keep it going. Remember, double foot option if you're cramping. 3, 2, and 1. Finish the rep you're on. Swap feet. And we're going to go in 3, 2, and 1. So try and do the same variation that you did on the right leg, on the left. Don't forget, we're still trying to peel that spine off the floor and lower it. So segmenting the spine, not flat back. Good job, halfway. Strict with the speed, whichever one you've picked. 10 more seconds. That hamstring's working hard. Probably a bit burny. Almost there. One more good rep. 3, 2, and 1. Finish the rep. Bring yourself back up to standing. And let's go for these RFE split squats one last time. So, right leg first. So that means left leg goes up onto the chair. Okay, hopefully you're feeling comfy where you are. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Hips go back and down towards that chair. Nice. So we're going down and pause if you want more. Good, if you want even more, at the bottom, you can do a little quarter rep before you stand up fully. That's the last variation I'm going to give. Nice, 10 more seconds. Check in with that knee. Last bit on this side. 3, 2, and 1. Finish that rep standing up. Other side. Set yourself up. Ready to go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's do this. Last bit. Lower. Pause if you want it. Stand. Or lower, quarter rep, then stand. But no bouncing. Controlled quarter rep if you're taking it. Looking really good, guys. 15 more seconds. Really nice tempo. I'm jealous of some of these padded chairs. Looking good. 5 more seconds then. 3, 2, 1, and come to a stop. Well done. Okay, you can pop the chair out of the way now. And grab a drink. I'm just going to take a little rest so I can catch my breath mainly. Okay then, so we have got one more superset. And this, like I said, is going to be core focus. So lower body's done all its hard work. We're now going to focus on building that strong core. So we've got 2 exercises. We've got, that chair's going to be in my way. We've got a long lever dead bug. So arms up, legs up, straight. Pelvis is tucked under, so my lower back is imprinting into the mat. And then opposite arm and leg extends towards the floor. Come back, extend away. This is obviously a more advanced version of a dead bug. And if you're still mastering that dead bug, then please feel free to come into the bent leg, short lever version and work from here. Having a long lever means the core is going to have to work harder to resist that extension of the spine. And I don't want that to happen. So if you need to take the bent legs, take the bent legs. And then we're going to do some plank dips. So we're going to work on our obliques. So we're going to find our plank, forearm plank. And we're going to squeeze the thighs, tuck the pelvis under, engage the core. And then we drop hips to one side, back to the middle, hips to the other side. So we're having to resist this rotation to decelerate our hips before they hit the floor. Okay, so I don't want the hips to get too high or to sink too low. I want that core engaged and that lower back nice and flat throughout our plank, okay? So 2 exercises, 3 rounds, 40 seconds, nothing else changes. And then you'll be done for your Wednesday evening. So everybody coming onto their back. Remember, you can pick your dead bug, long or short lever. You can always try and progress onto the long if you start short. And we're going to go in 3, 2, and 1. So opposite arm and leg extends. Try and exhale as you extend. Inhale as you return. This should be a controlled movement. Takes me a couple of seconds to do each rep. And that's the same if you've got long straight legs or bent legs, short lever. You can add a little pause at the end of each rep to make it a bit harder if you want. 3, 2, 1. Remember that tip for the next round. All right, then let's try these hip dips, okay? So coming on forearms, set your plank up, clock starting now. So think about squeezing the thighs together, tucking the pelvis, core's engaged, and then you dip to one side. Don't touch the floor, come back to center, to the other side. Center, and you just move between the two. So keeping that pelvis tucked, just letting those hips get close to the floor, but not quite. The difficulty in this movement is decelerating the body before it hits the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, knees down, come out of plank and back onto our backs. Round 2. Okay, so lying on your back, legs straight or bent, and we're going to go in 3, 2, and 1. So remember my tip from last round, you can pause in that full extension to make this a little bit harder, and that will work whether you're going from a bent leg or a straight leg. So that's a nice option. If you're finding that your lower back is starting to lift, just have a little reset, tuck the pelvis under, engage the core, and maybe just monitor your range, so just don't go quite as far. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. That's what merged into a hybrid there. Okay, onto our forearms then, plank hip dips. ready to go. So find that plank. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the thighs, glutes engaged, core engaged. And then just dipping the hips side to side. It's dynamic, but it's not silly fast. I want you to control the movement. So you're lowering, pausing, and then coming back through center. Not just throwing your hips around. Everything's controlled. We want the muscles down the side of our body, our obliques, to be doing this work here. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good, knees down. And we're into our last round. I've not given you any water breaks this round, have I? Let's push on. We can have one in about 2 minutes' time. So, ready for dead bugs. If you want to, try straight leg now. If you know your back's going to lift, stick to bent leg. Ready in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Last round, so try and create lots of tension from your hand through your torso to that foot that's extending away. Syncing up the breath can really help with this. So try and take a big exhale as you extend. You'll feel that's quite a lot more difficult through your core. That's a nice way to challenge yourself. Not so easy to do when you're chatting. Last 5 seconds, guys. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Finish the rep you're on and come back into plank. Last bit, team. So set yourself up on your forearms. 3, 2, 1. Knees up. Squeeze those thighs. Tuck the tailbone, core engaged. Then we start the hip dips. Try and keep flat through the middle, so we don't want high hips or saggy hips. Lots of tension through that core, that trunk. Working very hard to keep this nice neutral position of the spine. 10 more seconds, guys, keep it going. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, whew. Knees down, everyone. Now you can have a drink of water. Oh, well done tonight. Good class. I hope you enjoyed that. Certainly gotten me out of breath, and I'm feeling a lot warmer than I have the majority of the day. So thank you for joining me.